Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to our informational for our 2023 book club season. I'm going to give a few people some time to come in, but then I'm going to jump right into what our book clubs are about, who I am, if you are unfamiliar, and just the history of our book clubs, because this is like our staple program. So, again, if you are a parent, of a child, or you are aunt or uncle or big brother or neighbor to a child that's between the ages of 6 months to eighth grade, this is for you. Okay, this is for you. I'm super excited because we kick off our book club season next Saturday. I want to do this informational because I want to, one, let people know we are back in person, and also give an opportunity for people to pose questions if they have a child, or if you have a young person, if you are an educator, you are a mentor, and you are like, this is for my young person in my life, I want to give you a chance to ask questions. So, again, the book club starts next Saturday, September 17th. There are a few great changes that we are adding to the book club, but definitely we are still doing our same thing, rocking and rolling as we normally do. So I see a few comments, people coming in. Hi, hey Maisha, so glad to see you. You got to register your son. You got to, okay? I'm about to jump right in to talk about what tonight is all about. At the bottom, you see where you can register. So you can go to our website, click programs and other programs. You will see book club and go ahead and register today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now so that we have enough time if there is some questions at the end. So if you are unfamiliar with who I am Jarima Gorham. I am the executive director of Burst Into Books. Burst Into Books has been around since 2018, and our staple program, the book club, is still rocking and rolling. We are actually entering our 5th year with our book club session. So I'm so excited because over the time we have learned, we have grown, and we have truly seen growth in all of our participants who participate. And not only just growth when it comes to literacy and reading, but their confidence, building community. I'm so excited because we have some readers who started with us like in our earlier groups, and now they're in our last group, which is our middle school group. And so it's just been great to build that relationship and really instill a love of reading. So our book club season happens from September until May. So we meet on the 3rd Saturday of the month, and there's at different times. And so I'm actually going to show my screen, which takes you to the website, so you'll know how to navigate it in a second. But every 3rd Saturday is when we meet from the month of September into May. Okay. One of our highlights that has been with us since the beginning is guest authors. And so when we started our book clubs, I wanted our kids to have access to people who are in the field. I think that as we're trying to get them to be excited about reading, they want to know that, hey, this name at the bottom that says author or by, is that an actual person? What is their story? Because a lot of times when we don't know the story behind something, we're not invested. But we've had kids who come to our book club and they weren't really into reading. They got in and because their parents signed them up, but they met an author and it ignited something in them. They were able to see, wow, my story can be published. And so from our babies, like even our baby group, we have guest authors that come each month. Because of the amazement of technology, we have some that come from different states who come, they're guests virtually, but then we definitely have authors that come into the book club sessions and are able to be on site and available for even the readers and their families at the book club. So our guest authors is a huge component of our book clubs because I believe in our babies meeting guest authors and people who are in the field. We've had guest authors, we've had publishers, we've had storytellers, we've had all different people who are telling their stories. And so illustrators, and it's been really, really cool to see the excitement of our readers. And so if your child is a part of our book club from September to May, they will meet a total of 10 guest authors. And so we've had children, again, who've been with us for the last 4 years. So they in their lifetime already have met 40 authors, right? That's pretty dope, right? You know an author, and many of these authors are open to continue to mentor and give resources. And so it's just a really, really great way to build community. Also, all of the lessons for the book club are customized. So you will get to meet our teachers who are amazing. This year, we have increased our staff. And so each book club has 2 teachers in it. The reason for that is so that there is a whole wraparound of services for readers, whether they are high, above level, or they may be struggling when it comes to certain skills. You will have 2 adults in the space to be able to help support and also help make that environment a true space that every reader feels like they are welcome. The lessons are customized in that we hand select the books of the month. So some of the books you see behind me on my bookshelf are some of the books from past book clubs, but all of the books that we pick are culturally relevant. So they're diverse. They represent Black and Brown children. They're diverse in their stories, the genres, poetry, nonfiction, fiction, sci-fi, graphic novels. I mean, we do the whole gamut because we want them to see the diversity and not only the people in the book, but also the types of writing that they're introduced to, right? Your child might be, I only want to do graphic novels, but then they get a poetry book that really speaks to them, and now they're introduced to another writer and a new genre. So that is our goal for each of these books to be customized for our groups. Group 2, 3, and 4. They also are provided with questions that go along with that book so that they're able to, as they're reading, kind of make sure that they're checked for understanding. And then when they come to the book club session, we have activities and we have fun, engaging ways to make sure that they understand the main concepts. We also are very cognizant of what they should be knowing at that time, right? So for group 2, which is our kindergarten to second grade, we're doing sight words, we're doing writing activities, we're doing things that are going to supplement and support what's happening in the schoolhouse, right? It's not a classroom, so kids are not going to feel like, oh my gosh, we're going to book club. However, we are making sure that those spaces are reinforcing skills that they learn at school, but in a fun way. So every book club session, there's a guest author, there's a book of the month. For our older grades, say our group 4, which is middle school, they might have a book that they read for 2 months because of the length of the text. But again, it's still supported with interactive, engaging activities, and they get to meet a guest author. A part of the book club is also access to books. And so we as an organization get donations, we buy through grants, we buy new books. And so we always have on hand a variety of texts. And so the free book table has been a staple of our book club as well, because I want our readers to see the vast number of books that are out there, and they always can leave with books, right? And it creates a really healthy relationship with understanding that there is a story that connects to you. And maybe the book of the month wasn't the one, but like you go to the free book table and you're like, I didn't even know this book exists. And you can take it and it's yours to have. And we've had readers who recycle, right? They bring books that they've read already and bring it and add it to the free book table, but then they take books home. And so the free book table will have books for as young as 6 months, our babies, all the way up to middle school and adults, because I want to get the parents excited about reading as well. So that free book table, you can take as many books as you want, right? And so kids are able to leave with as many books as they want, parents as well. And that is, again, an additional benefit of being a part of the book club, because yes, you have your book in a month, but you also will always have access to additional books to add to your home library. We did have a community activity area because this is not a drop-off center, right? I'm really big about everyone in the child's village being connected. So as much as I want the children to have a safe space, I want parents as well. And so we create a community area where parents can converse. They can do activities maybe with their other children who are waiting for their book club session. There is, spaces for you to kind of chill and relax. This year, with us being at Hash 41 co-working space, I'm so excited because it's a very welcoming and warm space, which I'll show you some pictures in a moment. But the community activity area is really for before, during, and after book club. So say, for instance, you are a parent and your child is in book club, but you have a younger child that's waiting for their older sibling to get out. They can do a board game together. There's coloring sheets. There's snacks. There's an area where all of our guest authors are able to set up tables. So you're able to go and converse with the authors. And then you can talk to other parents. So you're getting to know the parents of the readers in the book club. And so what happens is that outside of book club, we really are building a community in which the readers are not just coming and it's like, oh, I do this every third Saturday, but it's something they're looking forward to because they actually have friends and their parents are building together. It's a really, really great time. So the community activity area is a part of the book club as well. Snacks and refreshments are provided. Each of the book club sessions, they are age appropriate. So for our first group, we have snacks that are appropriate for 6 months to pre-K, and it goes up through other ages. It's all healthy snacks, and we're able to allow parents and the readers to get as much as they want in moderation, right? We don't want to get them too much, but it's definitely more enough to go around. But again, it's an opportunity to make sure that's something you don't have to worry about. You ain't got to do we pack a snack? Did we do this? No, it's already taken care of. Also, the activities that they do in the book club, we take care of the materials for that as well. So when they come, if there's a craft that they're doing, we already have the supplies there. If there's some kind of activity that's needed, like some kind of thing that they need to bring from home, you will get that communication ahead of time. But everything that you need for book club is there. You just need to come with you in the book. Okay? You just come with you in the book, and we take care of the rest. I'm going to, at this time, share my screen. And I'm also going to say this is a great time. If you have questions, please put it in the chat because they'll come up and then I can pull it up. And I definitely, once I'm done with this next part, will be looking if there's questions in the chat. And if not, you can always reach out to me afterwards. But I'm going to share my screen so you can see what the actual website looks like, and you can go ahead and register your child today. So we're going to go back to the top. So this is when you get to the website, you will go to, as you see, programs at the top, and underneath programs, you'll click book club and you will end up here. So here where it says click here to join now, this is the interest form. So you can share this with others. You can fill it out and then we will contact you with next steps, right? So really, if you're just trying to like get the word out, like, hey, sign up, this is a great opportunity, click here to join now. Because we wanted everything to be a one-stop shop, you can also pay here. So there is a $10 fee, but again, it includes all of the things that I mentioned. The $10 covers us being able to have this beautiful space, as you see here. This is where we will be hosting the book club sessions. It's at Hatch 41, which is 4131 South State Street. As you can see, this is the space that the kids will be in. There are some other breakout rooms where they'll be able to go. You see couches. That's where parents can kind of sit when they're waiting. There's going to be projection for us to show videos. And if we have guest authors streaming in, we can do that. But Hash 41 is just a beautiful, beautiful location. I'm so excited about our partnership with them. So the $10 helps us for the space, the snacks that we said we provide, the materials that we say we provide, the free books, as many as you want that you can get. All of that is covered in that $10, right? It helps with, providing for the teachers that are for the group. And again, the only thing we ask is that you provide the book, okay? We also will have copies of the book. We're working with a book distributor so we can have copies on hand. So hopefully some of the books that we will have as far as the book club sessions will be a part of that free library. However, if not, definitely many of the books that we pick can be Audible books that you get. You can also get them from your local library. We have our online bookstore where if you see here at the top, it says bookstore, there will be a section that says book club, and you're able to select the book of the month to buy it from our online bookstore. But again, the $10, you can pay that on the same tab underneath the book club. So I'm gonna go back to the top. So here we have, if it's an interest form, you fill this out, myself or my team will reach out to you to make sure you're all set up. Again, this is the location we're going to be meeting at, Hash 41. Here just kind of talks about our monthly program and who we are. These are the dates for each of the book club sessions. So again, it is every third Saturday of the month. It is a $10 per session. For our baby group, for group 1, the parents do not have to pay. It's $10 towards the child. So for adults, you don't have to pay $20. It's just $10 for your child. Here is where you can click the link to register and go ahead and pay that. So let's say, for instance, I was a parent and my child was in group 1, right? Group 1 is our baby bookworms. So here are the dates. You see the location, you see the price. If you click here where it says group 1, it's going to take you to Eventbrite, which has all the dates for the whole book club sessions. So here you would just go here, you can select your date. Again, it has every day from September to May listed, and you can go ahead and register now. So you can go ahead and select which date that you want to pay for. Maybe you just want to pay for one date at a time. That's fine. So as you can see, we have our dates from September all the way to May here. And then all you have to do is click, and then you'll buy a ticket, and that ticket registers and confirms your spot for the day. Once we get that confirmation, when you arrive on book club session date, we will check you in, and that's how it goes. It's just that simple. And we actually have a Eventbrite link for every tab. So again, you will be able to click, see where you can register, and you're all good to go. As you scroll down, we will be adding by the end of the week who are guest authors here. So you'll be able to see who's the guest author for each of the groups each month. And then here are some, if you are a guest author, let me say that. If you are an author, if you know someone who is an amazing author, direct them to this page, because we are always looking for guest authors. People introduce me to people all the time in the field. I'm reaching out to people that I learn about. But if you would like to be a guest author for any of our groups, our first group, group 1, I can go back to that. So we have 4 different groups. Our baby bookworms is from 6 months to pre-K. So that's 4 years old. Our bubbly book lovers, group 2, is 2nd grade to 4th grade. All right. Kindergarten to 2nd grade. So our first group, which is the baby bookworms, is 6 months to 4 years old, which is pre-K. Our group 2, the bubbly book lovers, that is kindergarten to 2nd grade. Then we have group 3, which is the brainiacs, that is 3rd grade to 5th grade. And then we have the book brigade. This is our middle school group, which is 6th grade to 8th grade. So again, group 1, 6 months to pre-K. Group 2, kindergarten to 2nd grade. Group 3 is 3rd grade to 5th. And then group 4 is 6th to 8th grade. And so if you are an author for either one of those groups or multiple groups, if you want to be a guest author, you will just fill in the form here where it says sign up to be a guest author, and then we will contact you. I want to end with talking about testimonials. So again, we've been doing this for now 4 years and going into our 5th year. And these are just some testimonials from parents from the past, book club sessions in the years, just things that they've said about our program. And we will continue to update this for more testimonials. But we have really seen a lot of improvements with children who participate, whether it's their confidence, whether it's their love for reading, whether friendships have been formed, and ultimately them being able to have access to high quality books that speak to them, represent where they're from, and also introduce them to new spaces. So when we say also culturally diverse books, we're not just talking about books that the setting is in the city. We have books that they're reading about in other countries, right? Other topics, other family structures, just being able to introduce them to a variety of topics. If you go to the bottom, there's just some pictures of past book club sessions that you're able to see. But again, this has really been a labor of love, this program. And I love it so much because it allows our kids to be able to just get very personal relationship when it comes to reading. So I'm going to stop sharing, go back to my original page, and just see if there's any questions. So again, a really quick overview, and then I'm going to go to the comment section. If you are a parent watching this and you've had a child in the book club, put in the chat, like, how much has your child loved it? You know, word of mouth is the best form of testimonies and being able to see if a program is really strong. I stand by our work at Bursting to Books. I'm very intentional with the people I hire. I'm intentional with the books that we read. If we're provided with any feedback of things to correct, I'm going to address it. I'm going to update you on what we've done. This is really a true passion of mine, being able to invest into our babies, right? This is my life's work. I love education. I've been in education now. I'm in my 15 years as an educator. My son is a part of this book club. He has worked his way through. He's now in the last group. He's in 6th grade, so he's in group 4. He's been in it since group 2, and I've seen what it's done for my own child. And so I'm very, very passionate about this work. So if you want to be a part of this, if your child has been a part of it in the past, come back. We welcome you. If this is your first time hearing about the book club, welcome them. Because something I want to say is this: when we think about our babies when it comes to education, they've had a very interesting relationship with school in the last couple of years. And what has mattered to me is consistency. We have been consistent with this work since 2018, right? We have not stopped even during a pandemic with our book clubs. We have not stopped when it comes to providing books. I mean, we just transferred, we took polls. People were like uncomfortable with coming in person. We just made it virtual. We've been virtual for the last 2 years. Coming back, there's still some concerns. So if that is a concern of yours, if your child, we are definitely following the same protocols of the city. So we are not mandating masks, but we are, if you feel more comfortable with a mask, you can do that. Again, there's no judgment in that. It's really about the safety of our babies. But I am just really, really big about having a consistent space for our readers and for our budding readers and for our reluctant readers, for them to understand that there are books that are there that can represent them. And it's not just for children of color, right? Our children who participate in the book club are very diverse, right? We've had children who may not see themselves by skin tone in the book, but they see themselves in the story. And it creates really great dialogue, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about our children having the space to share their stories and know that their stories matter. So if you're just jumping in, I would say watch the replay. But the main thing is that the book club season is up and running. We start next Saturday, September 17th. Please, please, please support this work. Again, it is, if your child's not able to come every Saturday, that's okay. But consistency will see the difference, right? The more they come, the more you'll see that they love it. The more you'll see that we really are investing in this work. They also get a badge. So when they join the book club, we create a book club badge. So they're official, right? They're a part of the BIB family. You are part of the BIB family. And so again, just a really quick recap. The 2022-2023 book club season is starting next Saturday. We're entering our fifth year for our book club. Each book club involves guest authors, customized lessons, a free book table, a community activity area, snacks and refreshments, and it's only $10 per session. Each month, all you do is pay $10 and we'll take care of it. You will also know what the book is of the month, along with the guiding questions. We create a Google Classroom for every group. So that's the way we communicate with parents. That's where we post what the books are ahead of time, so you're able to gather them. That's where we'll post any announcements for the group prior to book club. Every group has its own Google Classroom where we are always communicating with those who sign up. So if you were wondering, how do I know which book is the book of the month? How do my kids get the questions that go with the book? How do I converse with their book club leader? We utilize Google Classroom, and you will be added as soon as you pay your registration fee, so that you're able to access those teachers. So let's go to the chat. I just want to see what people are saying. This is awesome. I'll tell her to register him. Yes, yes, yes. I think people just tell me who they are. So amazing, Queen. Oh, thank you. And Ashley Renee, I believe you're saying you're here. Hey, Ashley Renee. So again, if you have not registered, please do it. Go to personsobooks.org, click programs, and then click book club, and you can register right on there. Register your seat. If you fill out the interest form, myself or my team will contact you to get you all set up. So where do we end? What is your next steps, right? So the next thing I need you to do is register. Register. We have capacity to have up to 25 kids per group. We should not have empty rooms. We should not have low attendance, because all of us care about our future. All of us do. So if you are hearing this, if you are a parent, if you are an educator, if you work with youth, if you are an aunt, an uncle, or cousin, you know a child between the ages of 6 months to 8th grade, you should enroll them in our book club. It is worth the investment. It is worth the investment. It's an hour on the third Saturday of the month, right? We take them to all these other things, which I don't knock because my son is just as involved. He's in sports. He goes out with his friends. We go to arcades. He got video games. He does all of that. And all of that costs more than $10. Okay. Going out to eat, all of that costs more than $10. $10 will get your child or your young person access to authors who are published, who can be mentors to them, access to free books, access to customized lessons, books that were intentionally picked for them. And then for our older groups and even for our younger group, we get you involved to help us select books. So this is an investment that you're connected to. We provide snacks. We provide all the materials that's going to be used in the book club. You have access to the authors after book club to talk to them, and a community area with your family. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. And trust me, it's going to be worth the time. It's worth the investment. So I look forward to seeing you all this year, whether it's every third Saturday or throughout the year when you're available. Again, if you are an author watching this, we need you. We want you to be a guest author, right? You can come in person, which would be awesome. If you don't have that capability because you don't live in the city and you want to do it virtually, we can work that out as well. But again, our season kicks off next Saturday. Next Saturday is when it kicks off. So as soon as this live is done, I will put in the chat the registration. However, if you go to Burst to Books, click programs. On the programs, you will see book club. That is where you will have everything that you need. And I so look forward to each book club session because it really has been, it's the heartbeat. It's the heartbeat of our work. We don't have enough book clubs in our communities, right? We don't have enough book clubs that are fun and engaging for our kids to be involved in. We don't have enough book clubs that are allowing them to really see their voices heard. I know some amazing people doing amazing work, and this is just our piece of that puzzle as well. So I hope that you will come and enroll your child. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. If you go to Burst to Books, at the bottom is our contact. If you ever have questions, just contact me and I will always respond and readily available. All right. I love you all. Hope you all are enjoying your Wednesday. And again, see you soon. Is it done? Is it done? It's not done.